All right, guys, welcome back. We are watching ReZero Season 2, Episode 21. Last time, we learned the truth of the Sanctuary, I suppose, the reason for its existence, and the past, the stuff with Ryuzu and Beatrice, and we had a great conversation with Rosewall, trying to convince him to just give up, which, like, sure, but he can't do that. He can't do that. Everything would be a lot easier if he would, but I also kind of think mainly at this point, our main issue is like the stuff at the mansion, right? Preventing everyone from getting murdered. And I don't know if Rosewall could even stop that if he wanted to at this point. Maybe, I don't know. To me, Elsa seems like the kind of person who won't just if Rosewall shows up and is like, never mind, the job is off. I don't know if she would stop, right? But like, maybe. I don't know. Either way, I don't know. We got lots of stuff to do. We got lots of things to figure out still. We've not reached the end of this yet. That is for sure. So let's see what our next plan is, I suppose. So we are watching season 2, episode 21. You can line your own copy up with this if you want to. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. The same night still, I assume. No time to waste. True, yeah. Hmm. At least we tried, right? Yeah. Hmm. We got more people. We got Ram. We got Amelia. Come on. Yeah. Oh, is it not? Oh, right. Oh, okay. Never mind then. I thought that they must have had different dads then, but no, they don't. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Or I guess she even said that. Okay. Oh, so they did have different dads, but okay, okay. I don't remember what my thought with it was exactly, but okay. All right, all right. Ooh, what are those? Sure, yeah, it would be nice to have him on our side, right? No one can run from Reinhard. Yeah, exactly. That's a different saying than the other ones, huh? Because we know what he's saying, I guess. Yeah, Elsa and Meili, right? What are you talking about? True, true. Ooh, what is her duty, I wonder? Hmm. It's her and Rosewall, right? Like, what are her thoughts about all the stuff with Rosewall? I just am still so unsure. Because she's so attached to him, right? Our internal officer. Who? Oto's the internal officer? I guess. Ooh. If only. Off we go. Okay. Oh, we actually get the opening again. Big. Big. How many times have we... This is only the second time, right? We're gonna get it a total of like 3 times, probably. That's just so sad, you know? I guess it's worth it for like the longer episodes, you know? But God. Ooh. I mean, obviously they couldn't have shown this earlier in the season, right? Like, of course, you know. Hmm. I like that part. I like this one. I God, if I tried to like rank the openings, no, that would be way too hard. I have no idea. I really liked the second one in season one. Oh, all the rabbits. I love who I am. Absolutely. All right. Okay. Indeed. Indeed. Certainly. Such a different reaction, of course, than before, right? Think about last time he left, you know? Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Is that what love is? Maybe. She sounded so pleased. Right. Okay, so we do still have those two to go. I assumed so. Okay. Quite, indeed. For what? Oh, really? Apologizing for not believing in her. Certainly. There's nothing wrong with that. Come on. Shouldn't lose points for that. I know. Yeah. Right. Yeah, you deserve the help of people around you, right? Not just for out of pity. Hmm. Oh. Save Rosewall. What? Oh, oh. Interesting. Not really untrue, in a way, right? Mm-hmm. She still cares about him. Oh, is it possible, right? Is it possible to save Rosewall? I just don't know, right? Because obviously no one's just transparently a villain, right? I suppose. Be fulfilled, which we don't know what that means exactly. Is that really the answer, though? For his wish to be fulfilled, right? I just don't know. Sure. Because the other problem is still him defining him so much by that wish, you know? Hmm. Really like a reversal of like the roles there, right? Rosewall has always felt like the one really in charge, you know? Me neither. Me neither, Amelia, but hmm. Sure. Okay, okay. Not out of sense of debt though, but mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Hmm. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. What's up, man? How's it going? Ooh. Oh. Wow. Very, very. I sure, but I maybe not pity for her or care about like her really, but sure, sure. Maybe pity would be a good way to put it. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Well, she confronted it. She came to terms with it. Pity and compassion. Something that he himself has been unable to do, maybe, right? I don't know if that's why he's so convinced she can't do it. Yeah, but it comes from a place of pity. Hmm. Oh, the broken crystal. And that's fine, right? Causing trouble for people? Yeah, that's okay. Everyone causes trouble for people. Sure. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No, not at all. She learned similar lessons. Oh, God. Do terrible things. No, honestly, no, you aren't right. No, you are not correct. Hmm. Interesting. It's like he's corrupting the idea of encouraging her at all, right? God. No, it's so different from the way you're acting though, right? God. That same line again, yeah. Is it forcing ideals on someone though if it's just a good thing? Like I don't know. Not a normal girl. Hmm. I don't know about that. I don't think so at all. No, I think maybe at one point, right? The Amelia that lived in his head, wasn't that a line back in season one? Yeah, yeah, exactly, right? Like this. It's Roswell is just projecting himself onto Subaru so much, right? Like, yeah, yeah. If anything, Roswell wants to tell himself he's like Subaru almost. Yeah, it was not like that at all. And Roswell did not think Amelia would be receptive to that kind of thing. Ever, right? Oh, God. Right? Just Amelia. Mm-hmm. Oh, his face. You can. Yeah. Right? With his help. Deceiving her how, right? If it gets her back on her feet, like, I don't know, right? Such a negative way to view it. Won't let it. Won't let it. Won't let him break that promise. Hmm. Oh, a betrayal of your past self. Yeah, yeah. He's remained unchanged for so long. Seeing it in others, oh, very. Oh, oh, right, right. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Subaru, right? Correct path. Interesting. Lost all meaning. Huh. It's almost like because it's gone wrong for Rosewall, he imagines that it has to end, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But it's not over, right? Yeah, interesting. Rabib realized he certainly doesn't think any of it can, right? When you become ruler. Oh, it is quite the favor. Quite the favor, right? God, that is some weight on your shoulders, but I believe in you, I suppose. Oh. Ooh. Interesting. What does he mean by that exactly? Very. Does he still think it will break? Surely not, right? Her past was the hardest thing to face. Oh. I don't want to believe at all. Oh, I don't want to believe at all that Ram is just faking this, right? No, no way, right? Of course not. Right, it was so real, right? Her reaction to him showing up. Okay. Okay, interesting. Oh god. I'm scared. I'm scared. Hmm. Ooh. Quite. She isn't, yeah. Is Rosewall really an enemy either? Maybe. Don't say that. Come on. Okay, hit me. Right. Leave him to you. I guess that's what happened, right? And Subaru would do something for her anyway. Sure. Yeah, yeah. Those two are pretty easy to fulfill. Okay. Interesting. Ooh. Why are we going here? To the crystal. Oh, Rosewall is here. Yeah. Why are you here, Rosewall? Oh, the witch's delusions. It's interesting she sees it in that way. Because I don't think it's really delusions in a sense, you know? But I can understand it. Yeah, yeah. Because Roswell's not being receptive to that at all, right? Interesting. I don't really think it's delusions. It's like a emotionally, I think it makes sense. Hmm. Rectify his idiocy. Yeah, indeed. And that kind of makes you think, doesn't it? Right? A fine line in the final confrontation. I wonder, like, when is it? Hmm. When is it going to enter Rosewall's head that he could actually lose? Right? The book, right? The Book of Wisdom. Oh, when he takes action himself. Yeah, yeah. Certainly so, right? The vow, huh? Hmm. Oh, God, that is some dark implications behind that in a way, I think. An empty husk. Is that all he is? Without sure. Retribution. Is that what this is? Oh. Wait. Yeah. Oh. Quite. Very. Oh God, what are we doing though? What are we doing here? What are we doing with the crystal? Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, the mana snow for the rabbits. Okay, okay. Yeah. Right, right. Ooh, yeah. Not the goal, right? She still wants to save him. No. Yeah, no, not at all. Hmm. Right. Which to him is the same as destruction, right? It would make a husk of him, you know? Yeah, yeah. Oh, how greedy. Oh, yeah. I don't think anyone here can defeat Rosewall physically, right? Oh, God. That's what it comes down to, though, right? Sure, sure. So Oto's gonna be clutch. Oto's gonna come in and be clutch yet again. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's Puck. Right, okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. And Rosewall and Puck have fought once before, right? When Rosewall was taking Amelia, right? That's exactly right. Oh God, man. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, at the mansion. God, the mansion is insane. It's crazy how big it is. Oh, is it happening right now? Rem. Ooh, I suppose, yeah. She doesn't even remember Rem, right? Which is crazy. Because Rem, it's like Rem would be someone she would idolize just as much as Subaru if she remembered her, you know? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. It's. Oh yeah. Yeah. Here she is. Here's Elsa. Great. Good. Ah, look at her face. It'll be quick. I mean, she's not gonna make it quick though. Yeah, like it's not gonna be quick. Oh god. They need to be here right now. Oh, okay. Frederica's here. Sure. Oh, that's better than being dead, sure. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, it'll make it so much more fun to slaughter them, I'm sure. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Great, thank you. Literally. Ooh, have they? Great, great. And she has the cloak of being invincible or whatever. Oh, there's. Oh, yeah, because Rim, right? Yeah. And Beatrice. Oh, God, okay. Sure. Oh, God, they need to show up right now. Oh, God, what is happening up there? Yeah, but I mean, it's not like she. Oh, okay. Hi, she won't, though, right? And she won't even be able to find her, yeah. That's why we need Subaru. That's why we need Subaru to show up, because he can open the door and find Beatrice every time. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, the thing around her wrist. Come on. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. Oh, thank god. Thank god. Okay, there we go. We gotta hurry, though. Come on. We do not have time to talk. She must think she's hallucinating, like god. I, yeah, indeed. And no dying, Subaru. No dying. Sure, sure. Oh, I guess, Garfield, yeah. Might be a match for her, who knows. Oh, Garfield's gonna meet up with Frederica. Yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh. Oh, he's got the bracers on, I guess? Okay, okay. Ooh. Mm-hmm. It must be the best, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly, exactly. Whoa, you're huge. Don't say that. God, how many years has it been, huh? Oh, sees the scar. Yeah. How much older than him is she anyway? Like, I guess it makes sense, right? Yes, indeed. Can he hold her off alone? Yeah. He's strong, right? Come on. Ooh, interesting. Huh. Oh, interesting. Wonder what the history behind that is. Oh. Yeah, yeah. God, because he left the sanctuary finally. And it's almost like Elsa is that death that he was afraid of, you know? Reunion of Roars. Is that the end? No, we got more. Okay, okay. Reading that book, yeah. You don't need to. You don't need to. That's a lesson you need to learn, Betty. So selfish that he's gonna save you. Mm-hmm. Gotta be a lot of work to drag her out of her shell, but we are doing it. Okay, that is the end. Amazing episode. We'll talk about it in the discussion. Okay, let's talk about the episode. Man, so much more stuff about Rosewall. Rosewall is becoming like one of my favorite characters now. Just he has such an interesting outlook on things and is such an effective like foil for like Subaru and kind of like every other character in the story, right? He um his view of like his wish, his goal and like what makes him like the way he defines himself by those things and all of this, it's so interesting in relation to like all just other like themes and everything else we've been talking about like kind of this whole season. Like what Echidna said about like Subaru being greedy for the future, that being a good thing, frankly, right? All of that, it's just very interesting with the way Rosewall like kind of interfaces with all of that, um yeah, I don't know. He's such an interesting character. And I really wonder, right? Like what Ram said here, what Ram's request of Amelia to save Rosewall. I just it's possible. It has to be possible. It's never too late, right? I never want to think that it's impossible for someone to be saved, right? And I don't want to say for a moment that Rosewall, that Rosewall's a lost cause, of course, right? I just really wonder. I don't think it's anything like what Ram is saying, where it's like the witch's delusions or anything. You could call it that in a sense. He certainly has a delusional way of thinking, right? But it's not like some kind of artificial thing being put onto him by Echidna or something, right? It's not like, what you might imagine the witch's delusions being. No, it's the way he has lived and the way he's thought of himself for 400 years, right? Like it's the way he was talking about himself there in the confrontation he has with Ram in this episode, thinking of himself as an empty husk if he doesn't like define himself by his desire and have his goal, it's so it's just gonna be hard. I don't know how he can be saved, I don't know how that's possible. I mean, I guess I would just say, of course he can be, right? If Subaru, we've seen Subaru essentially be saved, we've seen Amelia be saved in a sense, It just feels like Rosewall is so much worse off than them, like just emotionally, right? Because that's really what Ram really means here, right? Whether or not she thinks of it as the witch's delusions or not, it's Rosewall's whole outlook on everything, the way he entirely defines himself completely as a person and his everything that he's been doing for the past 400 years, right, has to change somehow, right? It's just, I don't think that's going to happen, right? And I mean, I guess you could say it doesn't have to change right away, that if Rosewall, like let's say Rosewall is so defined by his goal, by his wish, by his one true desire, all of these things, um, that if you could at least make him recognize that there is a way to pursue that other than whatever is written in the tome of wisdom, whatever, the path down which he believes the world has to go in order to achieve that. Sure, that's a step in the right direction, right? Um, but even then, it just makes me think, like, we still don't know the intricacies of what he actually wants, what his actual goal is, right? Killing the dragon, sure. What does that mean? What does that do? How many times have I said that? I don't know. We don't know what that means, or if that's his goal, or if that's just one step in his goal, right? Like, we don't know, right? So, certainly, I guess step one for Rosewall would be a recognition that he doesn't have to be entirely defined by his wish and by his desire, and he doesn't have to go down one specific set path to achieve it, at the very least, right? Like, that's kind of like a very, like, it's interesting thinking about it like that, right? Because, like, the conclusion with Subaru, with his whole thing about, like, him being greedy about the future, which is, like, a good thing, right? The idea that he should shoot for the best possible outcome, and also not throw away his life over and over again with return by death to achieve that. But you know what I mean, right? It's kind of in the same vein as that, with Rosewall, he thinks there is a set path he must go down, following this Tome of Wisdom, uh, to achieve his one true desire, you know. But I guess it just doesn't have to be like that, certainly, right? I don't know, I'm just trying to imagine the process by which we could even save him, you know? And then it's just, I guess, Ram's thoughts and feelings towards Rosewall are so interesting. I feel like that has to be part of the key to saving Rosewall in a sense, right? It's interesting how Ram requests Amelia to be the one to save Rosewall, when I think, in my opinion, in my mind, the only way Rosewall could ever be saved is probably through Ram, right? She is the person who certainly cares about him the most, and probably understands him the most. And, you know, like, so his thoughts about her are very interesting, right? He thinks that she should hate him. He says, I don't think he means this literally, but he says like, you know, someone who, oh, here, where is this line exactly, right? Um, I offer myself to you, right? He says that, you know, he expects her to want to take her retribution, right? He thinks that she's here to kill him, you know, like he thinks that she must hate him, right? Um, you may do as you please. Whether I let you live or kill you is up to me. God, you can finally achieve your retribution. Yeah, yeah. After all, you had no choice but to swear loyalty against your will to one of the men who destroyed your homeland and live with him. So I can't tell how literally he's saying this. Um, like if he literally had a part in the destruction of her homeland with the witch's cult and all of this, because I don't think he actually literally has a connection to the witch's cult, right? He's just using it to his advantage. That's kind of like the vibe I get from it, right? I feel like more explicitly that's almost been stated by this point, right? It's not like, for example, all the stuff with Amelia, in like the previous arcs, right, being attacked by the witch's cult. It's not like he orchestrated any of that. The witch's cult was going to do that anyway. He just knew what was going to happen, and you know, did stuff accordingly, right? With Ram, it's kind of, I assume it's kind of the same way, right? He knew her village would be destroyed. He knew she was going to show up to and be here, right? He didn't do anything about it, right? That's what I assume. I don't think he literally orchestrated all of that, right? That would be weird. Maybe. I don't know. I guess that's possible. I just don't think that's how it went down, right? So it's like he assumes that she must hate him, that she wants her retribution on him and all of this, you know. And I just wonder, like, the fact that she actually genuinely cares about him, like, how does he feel about that? Because I feel like he doesn't care about himself, right? All he cares about is his one true desire. He's willing to throw everything else away other than himself. So, like, how would he react to someone actually caring about him? You know, like Ram does, you know? I don't know. I don't know. I wonder. I just, God, because he's so uncaring, right? He views everyone around him as a pawn. He views everything in this furtherance of his desire, right? Like he in this conversation, right? This whole thing is predicated on him viewing Ram as a pawn, her being the tool that he has used for so long, so he should meet his end by her, you know. But she cares about him, and how does he feel? How would he feel about that? Because it's not like he has a recognition of that in this moment, right? I don't know. I don't know. I wonder. I wonder. Um, what else? What else? Because, like, obviously, just the other thing too is like the fact that he's willing to kill everyone in the mansion, right? Just, you know, like he has this horrible, like, this extreme, like, I guess just uncaring attitude towards everyone else because it's just all in the furtherance of his goal. So I just feel like that it's so interesting because it's like different from Subaru in a way. It's different from Subaru because Subaru feels so defined by caring about other people. You know what I mean? That's kind of like a basic thing to say, you know what I mean? But like Rosewall is the exact opposite. Rosewall is such the opposite of that, you know? It's just interesting because Subaru, like Rosewall feels like this scorn towards Subaru, right? Um because Subaru's entire thing, everything that he wants is based in him caring about the people around him, like of course, right? That's just kind of how life works, right? For Rosewall, it's like he expresses this extreme, just uncaring attitude towards everyone, it seems, right? For his one single goal. But I guess it's all just because he thinks there has to be one person you really dedicate yourself to, one thing, right? And it's just echidna for him, right? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's actually go through the episode. God, how many more episodes of this do we have left? How many episodes of season 2? How many until we wrap everything up, right? Like, I was trying to think how the timeline's gonna go, because what all do we have left to do? We have to deal with all of this, like, all the stuff at the mansion. Um, prevent everyone from dying, defeat Elsa and Melee and all of this stuff, right? Um, Free the sanctuary, prevent Rosewall from summoning the snow and killing everyone with the Great Rabbit. Um, prevent like there's so much stuff we have to do, and then even then it's like, is that the end? Like, what do we do from there, right? Like, even if we freed the sanctuary, prevented Elsa and Melee from killing everyone at the mansion, prevented Rosewall from killing everyone, right, with the snow and the Great Rabbit and all of that, right? Freed Beatrice, I guess the other thing, right? Freed Beatrice from like her eternal torment and everything, right? Where do we go from there? Like, what even is the conclusion that we're looking for, you know? I guess, like, the most basic thing is just to survive and not die tomorrow, you know what I mean? But I guess that's all Subaru can really think about, you know? Is that's always the goal, is to just live another day. But what is the long-term solution to all of the problems that we've set up here? I don't even know. Anyway, let's talk about the episode. Wanted to stop the raid on the mansion, but I think I just made it inevitable. So I wonder about that, right? Saber thought he could stop it by talking to Rosewall there. But again, maybe I'm just thinking about it the wrong way. I just figure Rosewall have to have made this deal with Elsa like before, right? It's not like Rosewall is in communication with Elsa right now, you know. He probably told her a week ago to show up and to kill everyone at the mansion. So I don't think Rosewall could stop it even if he wanted to, but I don't know. I don't know. God, I love Garfield so much now, by the way. He is such a I love his God, he made so much progress in this episode too, right? Leaving the mansion, right? I love how it feels like him leaving not leaving the mansion, leaving the sanctuary, right? Arriving at the mansion, and him immediately being face to face with Elsa, who is almost like the embodiment of death itself, right? In a way, she feels like almost a representation of those terrifying things that Garfield imagined outside in the world, you know? And he's gonna fuck her up, right? Hmm. That hadn't been a negotiation to resolve things peacefully, I might have agreed with you. Have to get to the mansion as fast as possible. Yeah, we gotta go. Gotta go to the mansion, of course. We're kind of shorthanded. I mean, we got all these people. I don't know. I guess we need Garfield to go to the mansion with us. Because he can leave the sanctuary. He's been able to leave the whole time. He's mixed blood. Yeah. It was just from a different, from a different father than Frederica. Yeah, yeah. Which I assume the men were just kind of shitty. I don't think it's like their mother was like cheating or something, right? I assume just she was maybe in a relationship with whoever Frederick's father is, and then he just like left, probably, right? That's what I assume. And he has these like shield things. I wonder what the story behind all of this is. He says that like him and Frederica like played with them and stuff when they were like kids, I guess. I don't know. And he says he gives us one of these lines. What was it again? You can count on it. No one can run from Reinhardt, as they say. I suppose so. That's a good one. What's funny about that too is the person he's fighting, Elsa, with those things right now is someone who actually did survive fighting Reinhardt before, right? I mean, she has like the cloak. I swear it's the cloak that makes her like invincible. So I don't know what we're gonna do about all that. I wonder if Subaru knows about that because Subaru has been there both times, right? Like in like the one of the first episodes in season one, when she lived Reinhardt's nuclear bomb attack, the cloak was like gone then too, right? And then a few episodes ago, I guess it's been quite a few episodes now, but last time that happened as well, right? When she got like blasted or whatever, she showed back up and the cloak was gone, right? Subaru's seen that both times, so I wonder if he realizes it's the cloak as well, you know? He's still alive and he already has his own idiom. Assuming it's the same Reinhardt, right? I mean, it probably is. Who knows? Who knows? Hmm. Counting on you guys and on our enemy. That's the art of war, Subaru sire. My reverse Furin Kazan. I don't know what that means. Garfield thinks it's awesome. Of course, he's 14, right? Come on. And here is Ram, who Subaru still trusts, of course, right? It's like Oto's surprised by Subaru's trust for her, but of course, right? Our internal officer. I don't know. I don't understand this gag about the internal officer being Oto. Or is that what we're talking about? Or like, what do we mean? Who is the internal officer? I actually don't understand this gag. I don't know what we're doing here. Off we go. We get the opening again, the second time we see it. Very nice, very cool. Ram tells Amelia what's up. She's able to take it so well, right? Compared to, like, think about last time. Think about last time when Subaru left and what happened, episode 11, right? A little bit different now, huh? Yeah, no. Crazy how much of a difference there can be in. I mean, I was going to say a few days, but I mean, it's the same day that that happened last time, right? It's just, like, different now, you know? Just different now. Did Subaru really mean it when he said he loved me? Like, don't even say that, Amelia. Come on. Barasu cares more about you than anyone else. Is that what love is? Maybe. I mean, no one really has a definition for love, I suppose. But whatever it is, I believe that Subaru loves Amelia. Of course, right? The trial, able to confront her past. Of course, of course. God, and the look in her eyes, right? She's so, God, a changed person. Truly. Very much so. And Ram apologizes, frankly, for like not believing in her, you know? It's just, man, it's sad because like so many people viewed Amelia. It's like so many people viewed Amelia in that way of like not thinking she'd be capable of this kind of thing. And it's like her own behavior like reinforced that, you know? It's like she let people think that of her, you know? Because of like the way she always acted, right? Like whatever, we're past that now, right? Chest high and eyes held forward. You only lose a few points for the tear marks remaining on your cheeks. You should not lose points for that. Come on. Wait, let me read this again. So did you help Subaru and Otokun because you thought I was just a crybaby? Yeah, no, don't be silly. It was you I helped, and you who determined that helping would be worth my while. Exactly. Come on. It's a process for Amelia, right? So she asks Amelia, yeah, to save Rosewall, which already talked about it. But yeah, the process of saving Rosewall is going to be rough. You know, he has possessed such a villainous role in the story for the course of the season. You know that it's like it's easy to view him as someone who is just like a villain, right? But like no one's evil. No one's just truly evil. You know, I don't want to believe that of anyone, at least. You know, and I think Rosewall certainly isn't any different in that case. You know, like he can be saved. He certainly can be, right? It's just gonna be hard, you know? He's become possessed by delusions. Delusions that have bound his soul like a curse for a long, long time. And I guess you can call them delusions. You can certainly say, like, he clearly has this very twisted view of himself and his actions and like the way he should define himself and all of this, you know. It feels like it's all tied up in like regret over what happened 400 years ago and like defining himself by that, all of this, you know. Like it could be so easy to imagine like Subaru falling into that same thing if he didn't have Return by Death, you know. Like God, if Subaru saw everything he cared about die and go away and all of this stuff happen, you know, it'd be so easy to imagine him in the same position, you know. So I guess you can call them delusions in a sense. He's certainly wrong to view himself and the world in that lens, in my mind, right? Even if he wouldn't look at me, even if he only thought of me as a tool, which he does, but his delusions have already strayed from the path toward a clean conclusion. His wish has lost its direction. He clings purely to words written purely for he clings to words written purely for aesthetics. And this is interesting for her to say, right? To like consider like the direction and the path that his wish could take. Because Rosewall views it entirely in this idea that there's only one path he has to go down, right? That it's the tome of wisdom, and it's just there's one specific like way that he has to fulfill his wish for it to be fulfilled, you know. It's in such a selfish, like, it's manifested, I guess, in such a selfish way, you know? Please break through that. God, if anyone, it's Subaru who could help him realize that, if that was possible, you know? Assume the royal throne. Once you assume the throne of Lugunica, Rosewall Sama's wish will be fulfilled. Will it? Even if he's walked astray from his path for so long, the day his wish comes to fruition will come. And I just wonder, it's the problem with that is, like, once Rosewall has realized his wish, what is there left for him after that? If he thinks of himself as nothing but a husk, outside of the wish, if the wish is entirely what he defines himself by, then it's like once it's been fulfilled, what's even the point? You know, we gotta do more for him than that. You know, we can't just fulfill his wish, right? If Ram cares about him and wants him to be around after that, you know, like give him a reason to live through both present and the future. Exactly, yeah. He needs a reason to live through the future beyond his wish even, right? He needs to break through that mentality of there being one most important thing for him to define himself entirely by, right? And she'll do it. I believe it, right? It's such a reversal of their roles in a way because it's like it feels like Roswell has always been the puppet master, always been the one in control, always been the one who has felt like he's like lorded over Amelia so much, you know. And it's like now Amelia is the one who has like this duty towards him in a sense, you know, bestowed upon her by someone who cares about him, you know, like it's just such a difference. You know, and it's weight on Amelia's shoulders that isn't like self-imposed, which is so important, you know. It's something that someone is asking of her that isn't something that she just thinks that she like owes the other person or that she needs to fulfill to like, you know, keep them happy, that kind of thing, right? It's so important. It's so good, right? Obviously the trial itself kind of fulfills that too, right? Her having to do the trial and free the sanctuary. So the first time you've ever asked anything of me. Feels good, doesn't it? Believed in me, and I want to repay that. I'm sure that's something I have to start on by myself now. Yeah, yeah. And Roswell shows up. He was listening in. Oh god, he's walking around now. It's scary. God, and like this, you know, she like trembles, you know, Ram. It's oh god. He really has an effect on her, you know? What a fine welcome this is. My concern for you is genuine. You could even say I pity you, because he pities her. He pities her for changing and for overcoming her past, and for, you know, because he views that in his mind as like a betrayal of herself, almost, you know? Like, what's the point in overcoming or learning from the past, you know? Because that's the opposite of what he has done, right? It reminds me of another character from another show in a way, in that sense, you know? Hmm. Wait, let me read this again. You have no idea how to be loved other than to do what people expect of you. Yet you were forced to confront a past that you never wanted. Yeah, that certainly was her mentality, right? But it's changed. It's changed. All the pity and compassion I can offer. Overcoming the trial. It's like he views it as she has just overcame the trial, like almost as a fluke, almost through, you know, like Subaru just gave her a pep talk and she was able to like push herself far enough to be able to do it, right? Not like a genuine overcoming of like what the trial meant for her and like the reason she wasn't able to do it and all of this, you know. But like no, it really was that, right? It's genuine change and understanding on her part, you know. Hmm. All I've been able to do is lose my nerve. I've caused so much trouble for Puck, for Subaru, for everyone. But they all saved you. Yeah, they all saved you anyway, right? It's not the end of the world causing trouble for people. That's how it works. That's how life works. Made me realize I can't just go on being discouraged. Right, right. And this is so interesting. He keeps comparing Amelia to Subaru, which I think is very funny because it's like he views his like ideology and Subaru's ideology as like these competing things, right? He thinks that like, oh, he has to, you know, he thinks there's this grand battle between them ideologically. He thinks of himself as being so superior, right? And he keeps comparing her to Subaru because he thinks, oh, she keeps saying such similar things. He must be influencing her so much and all of this, you know. But like from my perspective, it's just that Subaru's outlook on life, which Amelia has also grown to understand, is just correct and is the right way to think about things, right? And view relationships and view yourself in relation to like your wishes and all of this, you know. And Rosewall is just wrong. And that is why Amelia is saying all of these things so similar to Subaru, because she's just learned the same lessons as him, right? And has reached these same like healthy conclusions in a way, you know? So like it's not that Subaru is forcing his ideals upon her, right? It's just they've both learned like important life lessons, you know? Hmm. Your borrowed words, the place that has been prepared for you, and even your attempts at the trial were decisions made only after the stage was set. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yet even knowing that, Supercoon urges you to do terrible things. Terrible things. God. Only giving you an exceptionally loud pep talk, imposed his self-satisfaction on you, forcing you to fit his ideal with the emotional assertion that you could do it. I understand, I truly do. Not at all. Not at all. Force our ideals upon the woman we love. That's so interesting that Roswell keeps saying that. Like, how does he think of that, you know? Like, what is the scene? I wish we had seen a scene that, like, I could connect that to, but we haven't yet, you know? Like, hmm, I don't know. Never even considered that you were not a normal girl. What does it mean to be normal? The you he loves is the ideal that lives within his own mind. He's like really hitting at like those insecurities that Amelia already like showed back in season 1, episode 13, right? She said like a line just like that, you know? But it wasn't like that. He is wrong. The only thing that makes you think you're like him. That's all you want to say. You and Subaru aren't the same at all. Literally, exactly. I love all of the shocked faces for Rosewall, right? Just every single one makes me so happy. A huge pain in the ass, stop brooding, I'll talk. Exactly, exactly. And he was right. When I want to do something, when I wish I could change, he takes my hand and helps me. He taught me that there were people who would say that for me. Of course. You do not think he was simply deceiving you, all to tactfully get you back on your feet? Like, that is such a negative way to think about things, right? Like, that he is deceiving her somehow by teaching her these things. Like, God, it's such a negative way for Roswell to view the world, you know what I mean? That, like, he's deceiving Amelia by giving her this like confidence and courage. Like, what does that even mean, right? Like, if that can be a deception, then like, how do we even save Rosewall, right? Like, in through the process of trying to save Rosewall, if he views things as a tactful attempt to get him back on his feet or like to deceive him, it's like, but what do we even do? You know, I don't know, I don't know. So negative, so horrible. When Subaru felt what Subaru felt when he said he believed in me won't turn into a lie. Won't let it. Won't let that promise break. Absolutely. God, she sure is different. Yeah. Just continue to change. How pathetic, huh? Because it's like Rosewall has been unable to change, right? It feels like Rosewall has been like in this, like physically, he's like he looks the same, he feels the same as he did 400 years ago. He's been stuck on the same thing all this time. So seeing all these young people be able to change so much, it's unbelievable for him, you know? Precisely why I pity you. Decision you've made that justifies you getting hurt is already meaningless in this world that will soon end. Yeah, yeah, it is moving toward its end. The world has strayed from the correct path and now proceeds towards the wrong destination. And it's yeah, we've talked about this. He imagines the path that it has to go down for him to achieve his goal, you know? Hmm. Because he's not giving up. It's not that he's giving up. He just thinks. I mean, literally, like with his knowledge of return by death, he thinks Subaru's gonna fail. He thinks he's gonna win the bet, and he's gonna be back to it, right? Yeah, he thinks like that. That's another thing about Rosewall's mindset. It's like, how do we even break that? How do we make Rosewall admit defeat ever? You know, like I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. Don't give up. That's too selfish. I love that. I love that the mentality from her in a way. But it's also like that kind of mentality I think is part of what led her to struggle so much for so long. But it's not like it's a not a bad mentality to have. How much of your boastful speech can ever be realized, I wonder? He thinks none of it, right? He's so sure he's on like the right side of history, you know? All right. All right. My teacher and I who started it. That is the one thing you got wrong. I'm not sure what he's referring to exactly. Started what? The path that we're on, I suppose? He talks to Ram here. He thinks he still has Ram in his back pocket, right? He still believes that she's just his pawn. Hmm. It's just so fitting that the thing he's miscalculated about Ram is that she actually cares about him, you know? No one were here to welcome her brave soul back. Even my own heart would ache for her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's still like I think that still comes from a place of him misunderestimating Amelia, you know? Or underestimating her, I guess would be the correct term. So we go back here where we see Otto talk to Ram right before we set up all the plan and stuff, right? Give her a rundown on the plan. She agrees to help with three conditions, which they aren't even like very significant conditions, frankly. Leave Garfield to her, of course. Amelia makes Subaru do something for her. He's already going to. And then just don't tell Subaru why she's doing this. Yeah, yeah. So she shows up with Roswell here. So he's doing the thing with the crystal, trying to summon the snow, and that's kind of still his trump card, right? It's like if he can just kill everyone, then yeah, Subaru has no choice, right? It's like, yeah, yeah. Hmm. And we've already kind of talked about this conversation, but yeah, yeah, it's just Rosewall's underestimating of Ram and like her emotions, and I don't know, just him misunderstanding her, completely. It's been some years since you pointed your wand at me, but it's a shame you did so here, and that you called them delusions. Yeah, because Rosewall thinks that's just him, right? That's him as a person. I've always considered them such, I've just never said it out loud. Is it not obvious? From your perspective, your humiliating days spent yielding to me have been long. That's really how he thinks that she must view it, right? That like I don't know, his perception of Ram and her emotions and her perception of like the dynamic of the relationship, it's so like telling. I guess it's interesting because like he doesn't think of himself as anything that has any value. So like again, it's like another person caring about him in any way. He can't like imagine that, right? Like and as I say that, it's interesting because it's not like Roswell has low self worth, right? He has very high self worth in terms of like thinking that he is on the right side of history and that he's so admirable through his pursuit of this goal and all of that. But what I mean when I say he doesn't think of himself as having any value is he defines himself entirely by that goal, right? That's all that he really is. Rectify his idiocy. Zero-Kun will naturally choose to walk a fine line in the final confrontation, but the one thing Barasu has going for him is his timing. Betting on that one good quality he has wasn't a mistake. He does have the book. I don't understand the significance of him having the book. Uh, Rosewall says in a second that like she's manufactured this situation where he has the book with him and all of this, but like, what's the significance of him having the book on him? Why does that matter exactly? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know at all. Never once forgotten the one and only vow that you and I exchanged. Those who wield the sword should die by the sword. Those who rely on magic should die by magic. And those who give themselves to fire should die by fire. And those who ask favors of a demon should die by that demon. So he views her as nothing but that, right? Whatever one relies upon should be the thing that brings about their death. What a horrible, like, what are you talking about, man? What a horrible way to think about things, right? Like, God, I don't even know. It's like, I feel like you can relate that in a way to, like, Amelia's outlook on things and just, I don't know, just like it's this weird, like, transactional way to think about things? Now that I have lost that which I desired, I offer myself to you. You don't mind that I am but an empty husk. You may do as you please with me. That was our vow. Yeah, yeah. Her retribution. Yeah, we talked about all this. Like his extreme, like, I don't know, the way he views their relationship, right? Your decision was just the slightest bit premature. It is impressive that you created a situation in which I had to carry the tome of wisdom. You should have overlooked this last step toward the action I was planning to take. That alone is the true shame. And I don't know, how do we stop them? With Puck, right? The Puck is here. Thank God. They get to continue their battle after all this time. He uses the crystal as a conduit for the magic. Yeah, sure. Makes sense. Hmm. Don't understand anything at all. I like absolutely. What does she say? I won't allow your wish to come true. Being offered a husk of you after your wish was realized would mean nothing. Exactly, right? Yeah, yeah. Receiving you in a broken state would not satisfy me. As like he takes that as like, oh, she must want to kill me as I am now, right? But no, she means that like she cares about him and doesn't yeah, like yeah. God. It'll be with Puck. They get to continue their battle from all that time ago. Where did we see that again? I think it was in like Memory Snow, where we saw like those little flashes of their battle. When Rosewall first showed up to take Amelia, right? Which I guess he was just following. He must have just been following the gospel, right? Telling him to do that, or the tome of wisdom, not the gospel. So we're back at the mansion. Petra running. Frederica told her to, I guess. She thinks of Rem. to save her. It's so sad that she doesn't remember Rem, because Rem would be someone that she would idolize, just like Subaru, right? Because she was part of all that too, like saving them and all of that, you know? Ah, it's so sad. It's so sad. And here is Elsa, here to do some killing. Thank God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Talk of bowels. Right, 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 right. Frederica is here to save the day. And even despite all of this, right? Petra still doesn't want to run, doesn't want to give up on Rim, right? It's very, I don't know. It's like the fact that she uses Subaru and like his that inspiration of him as her motivation to try and save Rim. It's very, I don't know. It's like I'm of two minds about it because it's cool because it's like, yeah, that's good that Subaru has had such an impact on people, right? That's very, I don't know, that's meaningful, right? But it's also like, ah, it's just scary. It's scary how Subaru's like self sacrificialness almost could rub off on other people like that, right? I probably shouldn't view it in like a negative light like that, but like you know what I mean, right? Two maids and a spirit girl, and she was quite excited when she cut open Beatrice a while ago, right? Petra looks for Beatrice. Of course, she can't find her. We need Subaru for that. He is the key. He is that person, perhaps, right? Looks at the promise basically with Subaru, and he shows up. He's here to save the day alongside Garfield. Some super strong reinforcements. I love this. Ah, it's like everything's really coming together now, right? Garfield's left the sanctuary. He's here to save the day. Frederica, and and Garfield meet up again. The boss likes to say that the best defense is a good offense. So if I use a shield meant for defense to attack instead, the best defense and the best offense come together, making me the strongest one here. Absolutely, if you say so. And she's way bigger than him now. Oh, she looks at him. I imagine she looks at the scar, really, right? I don't know. I wonder. How much older is she than him? You know, I wonder how much she remembers him, even, right? Because they were, well, I don't know. How old were they when they got separated? I guess I don't actually remember. Because I was thinking back when Garfield was just like a baby, right? But that was when their mother left, right? That wasn't when Frederica left. How old were they when they separated? I don't even remember. Hmm. I guess obviously it must have been a while later, because like they literally talk about them running around and having fun as children, right? So no, it's not like they have like a completely like distant relationship in that way, right? Obviously. She ain't the type I can take on while worrying about who's behind me. This is the shield you and I played with when we were kids. It was running with you that made me the strongest one there is. Sure. Celebrate me getting out of the sanctuary. The first thing I'm going to do is bash up the first wall in my way. Absolutely. Reunion of the Roars. And reunion of Beatrice and Subaru. He is here to pull her out of her shell. I just pick her up and just drag her outside. Like, just start dragging her around. Like, come on. Like, spin around in circles with her. What's she gonna do? Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. I wonder how Subaru is gonna approach that, but I guess we will see in the next episode. So, I guess that's it. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you in the next one.